shirt on.
Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United director and the channel for United and football fans, our Sunday Therapy podcast. Joining us today from the UK is the analyst Vim. Welcome to the panel today, matey.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Not too bad. Happy Sunday. Well, representing the USA, the director, Houston and Denver Red Army, the singer of all the songs, Louis. Welcome to the show, mate.
Good to see you, Tim. Good to see you, Vim.
Right.
You too, Louis.
First, we're going to jump right into it. Manchester United 1, Fulham 2. An absolute spineless, gutless, pathetic, weak, lame, astronomically poor performance from United in front of the whole world, losing at home to Fulham, who haven't won a second away game all season. It was absolutely embarrassing, no excuse. But what we can't decipher was Derek Ten Hag said there is progress. We fans think he's talking upside his arse. We don't understand what the F went on yesterday. What we looked at the stats, we don't see 56% possession that they claim. Maybe they're trying to make United look good. What I saw looked like a 60-40 max for United because they were literally outrun, outgunned. Literally, Fulham, the first time, were running for United like knife through butter, and a change stole through a Snickers bar. Joining us today from US is the soul man, Mr. Positive. Welcome on.
No positive.
Right, we're going to get right into it. This was an embarrassing performance. We made Iwobi and Bassi, who struggled to even put a performance for Nigerian AFCON, making them look like Messi and Iniesta yesterday. But this is where we are. Louis, take me off quickly. That performance against Fulham, I'm sorry, unacceptable.
Tell us how you really feel, Mr. Tim. Man, you used to get on me for being mean. No, it was. I mean, it hurts worse because of the run of games that we were on, definitely. But to score a goal late and then to concede even later.
Yeah.
I mean, it was absolutely abysmal. Passing, shambles, movement off the ball, shambles, the finishing, dear God, 21 shots, 9 on target, 1 goal. Absolutely abysmal. There's players that absolutely have to go. Unfortunately, I mean, massive disclaimer, our injuries don't help us, but I mean, these guys, it's time. It's time to move players on and big names because it's getting worse and worse. It's getting worse and worse.
Just players?
I mean, we could say, oh, Højlund was missing. Yes, we miss Højlund. We miss Lucio. Lucio's injury is absent, is down on Ten Hag. He fully knew Malaysia is not ready. Malaysia's not played all season. Yet you let Regulon go. Yes, Regulon's not the best, but at least he's a left-sided left back. Putting Lindelof there. No,
at the time, weren't both left backs fit though? At the time, weren't both left backs fit when he sent Regulon on?
No.
Yeah, Lucio's always ready. I think Lucio's always going to get injury. Malaysia's still not injured. Malaysia's not fit.
Wait, hold on a second. Can we just clear something out? Okay, is it Malaysia or is it Malaysia?
Malaysia, however,
Malaysia.
He's still not fit.
It's Tyrrell Malaysia. He's in Malaysia.
I honestly thought it was Malaysia. Like Malaysia.
I think it is.
I was Malaysia.
He's from Malaysia. Malaysia.
I'm Latin though. That's the Latin coming in.
Where's he from?
He's from Malaysia.
He's from Holland, and he's Dutch.
Yeah, he's Dutch.
He's Dutch.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Vim, how did you see that game yesterday, Vim?
Oh my God! I thought with the run we were on, we're going to win.
Exactly.
We're going to get 3 points.
To Fulham.
It's Fulham, yeah. And okay, you know, they play nice, expansive football. They press really well. But what was so frustrating is like it's almost this team doesn't know or doesn't have the urgency to win games. It took until the 70th minute for us to start playing proper football, and that's when we conceded a goal. Then the team became live. Why don't we just go out there and finish games off? You know, we started well, and they just, I don't know, they just lose the will to, or lose the urgency to you know, go out and win games and dominate games. You guys must have noticed that we just didn't play that well until the 70th minute.
We were outplayed, mate. We just couldn't. The midfield when Casemiro went off, they struggled even worse. They now took off Kate Mainu off. I thought, look, all right, whatever. It got worse till they scored. Then they are like, oh, we're losing this game. Then they started throwing bodies forward and abandoned Plan A.
Did Rashford play yesterday? I couldn't see him.
No, and I was
Was he
looking for
there?
him. I asked everyone. I
Was he
kept
there?
asking. I was asking Joe. I was asking another guy, Jacob. I said, listen,
Where was Rashford?
did he play the full game? Did I miss a sub? They said no. He played. Wait, did he have a
He
shot
went
on target?
missing.
I don't think he played. He had a single shot on target. That's
He had one.
350,000 down the
He had
fucking
one shot on
pan.
target.
He had one. Yeah.
In 90
But,
minutes, really.
He had 2 shots. One on
Wow.
target, one blocked in 90
And
minutes.
how many touches? 2 touches as well.
I bet you it doesn't.
Right, let me quickly welcome the controversial
27.
one representing the
27.
USA, Bemsy. Welcome to the show, mate.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Representing UK, Mr. Fortress, Kenneth. Welcome to the show. It was an absolute fucking fortress yesterday, mate. Absolute abysmal. So I'm gonna need you to tell me what the F went on yesterday, because that, I'm sorry, was spineless and gutless. Right, we were on Vim. So what you saw was Rashford.
No urgency. No urgency. No desire. No hunger to win the game. It was just like pedestrian type football. Pass around, keep the ball. Just half press. But the team doesn't even know how to press at the right time. And when they do it, one player presses, the others don't even bother. So then they break through to midfield. I mean, it's just weird football at the moment. It's, even the EFL Cup today was quite exciting to watch. And that was, I think, half a Liverpool team in the end were youngsters from the academy.
Who won? I didn't even know who won.
Liverpool won in the end, but they had so many youngsters on, faces I've never seen before, little kids in the final. Jurgen Klopp has a system in place to get his youngsters playing. I mean, do we ever really take that much of a risk? I'm sure we've got good talent in our young, young squad.
I checked. I'm not happy.
It was 1-0.
Yeah.
So Chelsea could not get a goal.
Two goals called offsides. One from Van Dijk in the second half. One from Sterling in the first half. It was decent. Honestly, I thought both were onsides. I thought it should have been 1-1 going into.
Let me go to Bemsy. Bemsy, what, Fulham that good or United were that pathetic?
I'm not surprised, really.
Even despite United were coming off a back of a few good runs.
Let's be honest, man. It's the same story, man. It's the same story. It's not. There's nothing surprising about this. There's nothing surprising. There is no. I hope you guys didn't expect that we will go on a unbeaten run to the end of the season just because we won 4 games. This team has shown you.
But it's better to beat Fulham at Old Trafford.
Yeah, but man, it's happened before, man. Let's be honest. It's like we're having this the same thing that happened for years. It's not surprising. When your new owner comes out and says that you've had multiple managers, that some of them have been good managers but still not successful, it tells you what the problem is with this club. It's the environment, it's the structure, a lot of things wrong with this club. When your owner comes out and tells you that tells you everything you need to know. So results like yesterday will continue to happen. It probably may happen again next season until you clear out and you start from scratch. Have your system in place, have your structure in place completely. Results like this won't happen, but it's going to happen. I'm not surprised. Standard procedure.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Fortress, what the hell happened yesterday? The first 10 minutes, Fulham could have been at least 2-0 up. They were just running right through that midfield.
Where do you start? Well, the summary of this call, and this is what I think you need to name this video when you post it on YouTube, right? It needs to be called potential season closure next weekend. Because our season could, and this I say could, but it's a huge percentage. We 90%. Our season could be finished next season. By this time, we could be sat in a call like this next Sunday, talking about how our season has ended. If we lose to Nottingham Forest away, which I know we're very capable of losing, especially if that clown ETH plays Rashford up front, then we're well and truly done for. So if we lose that game on Wednesday, that's FA Cup done, right? Then Sunday we've got City, right? That's the season done. Yeah, that's the season done. So
So
this
2 games
manager,
are very pivotal.
yes, our season could be done. Like I said, we could. What time is it now? It's 7:33 in the UK. We could be here at 7:33 in the UK next week with our season done. Nothing to play for. No, it's true. These are facts, though. No League Cup, no FA Cup, no Champions League, out of the Premier League, no top 4. Done. If we lose, we're gonna lose against City. That's there's no two ways about it. We're going. It's just a case of how many we're going to concede. But if we lose against on Wednesday, season's done, and that guy needs to go. I'm sorry, that manager needs to go because I've had enough, and it's embarrassing, to be honest.
Right.
Sorry, I just wanted to chime in there. If he doesn't get top 4, I think he's gone. Well, I just wanted to add
They
that.
can't get top 4, maybe top 6.
Yeah, but I
top
think
4,
he's going to
nah.
go. I think if
top
he doesn't
6.
get it, he's gone. Because SJR said
You
that
can't-
we need Champions League to be able to fund, the next bunch of transfers.
Guys, you can't keep blaming the manager every time, man. You can't keep doing that. I'm sorry, you can't.
What is
Yeah,
going
we're gonna
on
have
here?
this
Well, let me
conversation,
bring
but I
in. Let me
don't- I don't
bring
care.
in the soul man.
We keep
Joe.
sacking until you get it right.
So we talked. We worked. We did a fan reaction yesterday. You were upset. You were angry. Maybe you've had time to rewatch some of the goals. Some say Onana could have done better for the second goal. Some say we will all say, look, Iwobi's free. He's free. No one. When we all played football as kids in the playground, we all chased after the ball. We chased where the ball went. But when you all run to the player coming with the ball and see nobody there, that I'm sorry. At this level, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. You can't make an excuse for that. Not at this level. That you couldn't just see this guy was on his own. That was the guy they're gonna pass to. Come on, guys. Joe, talk me through.
Now,
go.
okay, so about this game, basically, we this is who we are, man. I don't know how many times we have to listen.
Like Ben said, he wasn't
this-
surprised.
No, we should not be surprised. This is who we are, and when that
It's
run of
Fulham.
games that we have.
Fulham.
Listen, it
Not
doesn't matter.
City, not Arsenal, not
Listen.
it's Fulham.
Listen, bro,
Ugh.
it could be the Houston Dynamo. Everybody gets it. Everybody will get a shot.
You put some respect on their name.
Don't get loose.
At least they won a trophy last season.
Listen.
You put some respect on my city.
Listen. I will not fuck Houston Dynamos. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, moving on. Go Red Bulls. Let's go.
Yeah, wait till I see you next time,
The
homie.
thing about it is, man. The thing about it is, this is who we are. We're just a bad team that plays good every once
But
in a while.
yesterday was bad. Really, no.
Yesterday was
It
bad,
was
but the
just bad.
thing is, we have been poor and we've been getting away with it. There's been plenty of games that we have had where the same exact situation, we're giving teams a lot of good chances and they're just not converting. This is the same thing that I've seen the last 6 games. It's just that we were able to Scott McTominay the situation, or we were able to, I mean, it is what it is. There was a lot of faults yesterday. Midfield was woeful. Wasn't able to get. I mean, I won't press too much on Rashford, right? But only because
He didn't press much either.
my focus is on Bruno, man. But no, right now my focus is on Bruno and his captaincy and his form throughout this entire season has to be looked at, man. That said, I mean, it is what it is, man. Taking Rasmus out in the form that this team, I kind of feel bad for them.
Take him out, he's injured.
They gotta feel like they're cursed, man. Because this injury shit, man. Come on, listen. If you take any team in the top 5, right, and if you take key players in their starting lineup, the way you have for us, you take the key players and the dead players, right? they're going to be in the same situation as we are. What is Arsenal if you take out, if Martinelli is dead this whole season, you take out one of their center backs, you take out their main left back, and you have, let's say Declan Rice just can't finish the game without getting a yellow card, right? He's been injured for half the season. I'm just saying, if you take the same shit that Ten Hag has to go through, right, deal with on this team, and you apply it to some of these other teams, you would get the same results. That said, a lot of the stuff that happened yesterday, Ten Hag's fault. He needs to get a little bit of the blame for what happened. But at the end of the day, some of these players are just not showing up, man. This is so
No, yesterday,
and they were woeful. They were woeful. And
yesterday, I agree with Joe. Even the players who were selected, there's still a spinal players there who did not perform. Bruno was underperformed. Rashford underperformed. Even Varane and Maguire was struggling. That midfield was literally just, it was an open door. Fulham, like I said, Iwobi's not the greatest player. Like I said, I watched him through the AFCON because I covered the AFCON on this channel. But still, we made it look like prime Messi and Iniesta running right through us. He had 2 chances in the first half to punish United. Then he got his last chance again in the last minute. But we were just all over the place, disorganized.
The thing is, though, right? Look at our squad. I don't individually, I don't think they're all that bad. But then you look at Fulham squad, you look at Luton Town's squad, you look at Nottingham Forest squad. Would you say, if you pitch player to player from our squad to theirs, do you think we have a better squad, or do they? What do you think? I think we have a better squad. So why is it they play such good football with, less talent and, players that we haven't really heard of? Why do they play such exciting football, pressing football, expansive? They all press together. The timing's just perfect. They look hungry. Why can't we do it? We have better talent in our squad. Why can't we do it? I'm just wondering why.
I think in our team, players are allowed. It seems like there's no fear of any retribution on our team, because it just doesn't seem like in Fulham, right? If you don't play well and you don't play to the standards of that team or that manager, what's the next? Like Fulham, your next transfer is probably going to be in the Championship. At Manchester United, these guys still feel like there's a future outside of Manchester United, because like it doesn't feel like it. I guess back home we have this term, like we say, they fear, right? Like, are you not afraid of what you look like and what would happen to your career if you continue this way? It seems like our team, there's no fear of any retribution at all at this team, because it doesn't seem like they are following they're not following the manager. They're not playing like a team. There were plenty of times we could have seen this game off, man. But individual selfishness continues to plague this team. And this is a multi-year, multi-generational, multi-captain, multi-manager, it doesn't matter. Like, we have these, I don't understand how to get rid of this rot. It is crippling us, man. That's the difference.
Okay.
Fulham plays like a team, but we have players. We for some reason, our organization, our coaches, our coaching staff, our managers are unable to get these players to play like a team. I don't understand what this is.
I hear you.
That's what they have.
Ken, you have your Mr. Fortress, you have your hand up.
Yes, I do. Now I'm just going to comment on a few points. So did you guys know that we've faced the most shots in the Premier League?
We've faced the most what?
Shots in the Premier League, with 437 shots.
This season, this campaign?
This season, yes.
So we're just above Sheffield or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, Sheffield United.
It's ridiculous.
Only second to Sheffield United. And this is a manager that's supposed to be playing possession-based football, that's supposed to play good football, right? He got rid of our left back. What's the guy that went to Spain, right? So let's look at the decisions here, right? He got rid of that left back. Can someone remind me of his name again? No. What, the academy guy that went to Genoa?
I know the guy.
Fernandez.
He got rid of him.
Alvaro's.
He scored against Barcelona. He scored against Barcelona. He set up goals against Barcelona, right? He got rid of him. We know that Luke
That
Shaw's
hard.
injury prone, right? We know that he's injury prone. You had Regulon there. Why in heaven's name did you terminate Regulon's contract? Now we haven't got Luke Shaw for 3 months. Fair enough, right? Okay.
I think
So
that season over, mate. 3 months. The
yeah,
season's not even gonna go 3 months.
exactly. So we know that Dalot can play on the right, right? And we know that Lindelof has played right on at right back where he's more comfortable. He goes and plays Lindelof at left back and keeps Dalot right back. So I'm not even, when Bems and Joe say it was expected. I don't mind it. Yes, losing at home. Yes, we know how this United team is. Anything can happen. But what we're saying is make the right decisions. He could have done something there. He could have played a 3-5-2. He could have played Lindelof, Maguire, and Varane as a three, and a five-man midfield to pack the midfield, bringing Amrabat in there to play to assist. He could have played McTominay up front. This is what I mean about this manager, right? And everyone thinks I'm banging on about the manager. If you do the right things and we're losing, I just want it to make sense. Like when we lose against Fulham, okay, yeah, let's look at it. Oh, he played McTominay up front.
Right,
Why did
right,
he play
right.
McTominay up front? Because we didn't have a striker. Fair enough, that's fine. We don't have a striker. He played McTominay up front. But we
And
know
he
that
did nothing.
McTominay has been scoring goals. Play the dude up front. Leave Rashford on the right, on the left where he's been doing okay. Play the Garnacho on the right. Why are you making stupid decisions? This is what I mean about him. And then the worst thing is what I posted in the group. He comes out and he says, oh, we showed great character to come back. The future is bright.
That was a slap in the face.
That's cap.
Shut
He's
up.
He's capping right there.
Right. Let me go
Ridiculous.
to so let's quickly a lot of people debating could Onana have done better for the second goal. I'm gonna run to Ben's quickly. Just short, quick answer. Benz, could Onana have done better for that second goal? Because he didn't move, he stood like a statue.
Hey, just give me a second, Tim. Ask the next. I'll
Okay.
give me like 5 minutes.
I'll answer that one. I'll answer that one.
Joe.
No, absolutely not. Onana has proven that he is not skillful and he's not fast enough and he's not agile enough to. No, that specific strike, low strike with power and pace. Onana can't get low like that. He needs to lose weight. He needs to lose body mass. He just can't get low that quickly. De Gea would have made the attempt, right? He might have missed, but De Gea might have maybe put like a glove on it. Onana just can't get that low that quickly. And the league knows that. So it was a good shot, right? It was a good shot. And there's no way. So I can't blame him for something he has never shown us he's had the capabilities of doing in the first
Ken,
place,
Mr. Fortress, could Onana have done better for the second goal or not his fault?
I don't know. I mean, he was shot in between players, right? I think, like Joe said, even if he died, any keeper would have died, but they wouldn't have got it. I don't think that's why we lost the game. Where we lost the game was just stupid decisions. What's his name? The guy, what's that fast guy at Fulham? The guy. What is his name? That used to play for Wolves. Plays for
Traore,
yes.
Traore.
Adama Traore. Maguire could have
He
chopped
came
him.
on, but he did come on, didn't he?
Yeah, Maguire could have chopped him there.
Yeah,
didn't.
should've.
Ericsson's like, oh no, I'm not gonna touch you. Again, so there you've got to blame the players there. So Maguire someone needs to bring him down and take a yellow card.
Let me question. Maguire was already on a yellow. Would you say that considering
Ericsson
that
should have done. Ericsson should have taken him out.
next week we need to play City. Now, is that a good idea? Like to
But what of Ericsson? What's Ericsson's excuse?
Okay. Yeah,
what's
exactly.
Ericsson's excuse?
He's
He just came on.
Ericsson should have been the
That's
one.
his excuse.
But Ericsson was another one that was completely woeful when he came on.
100%.
I was so worried because Ericsson was losing the ball at the same rate as Bruno, and I was like, "Fuck, we can't have both of them doing that. You cannot." And unfortunately, that's what happened. Ericsson was, oh my God, Ericsson. They better not re-sign him. They better not give him a new contract for real.
Okay. Right. Let me run to Louis. Was it Onana's fault? Could he have done better for that second goal?
I think Joe's answer was pretty much sums it up perfectly. He can't do better because he's not capable. He is not a capable shot stopper. I still give him the benefit in that the urgency from the defenders in the box was zero. There was no attempt to step in front of the ball. There was no attempt to close down the player. I mean, he's open there. He's wide open. He's unmarked. Nobody tries to shut that down. And yeah, David De Gea probably would have touched it at least. If David De Gea
no keeper saves that. No keeper saves that.
He touches it and it goes in.
No keeper saves that.
But again, you're comparing him to the best shot stopper in the league.
Yeah, no, David De Gea won't even stop. He won't touch that. It's what do you want a goalkeeper to do? The only time a goalkeeper saves that is if the keeper's just right there. That's the only time. But
I agree with you. I think
that.
That goal is more on the defending rather than the goalkeeping.
I agree. I agree.
Vim, that's what you have behind you, right?
Goalkeeper, like Joe said, a capable goalkeeper would have made an attempt. He would have made an attempt. Whether he saves it or not, he would have made an attempt.
Well, isn't that the goalkeeper's job to see what is going on in front of him? Because Iwobi was free. Iwobi was free, and he could see that was the next pass.
Guys, De Gea has conceded goals like that in the past, and
it's
happened.
It's
happened.
No.
I'm just saying. But you guys keep bringing De Gea. You keep bringing capable goalkeepers. I'm just saying, if you're gonna bring capable goalkeepers, I'm gonna tell you that he himself had conceded goals like that.
Oh,
simple.
yes, he has. But
I
we're
wasn't
talking
the one that
about
brought
this
that
game
up.
yesterday. This game yesterday.
I wasn't.
We're talking about what the
One
comparison
at a time. One at a time.
What the comparison is a comparison of consistency. One is consistently doing everything he possibly can to make a save. And yes, he let goals in. He let goals in all the time. But nobody ever said that guy didn't work hard. Onana is consistently standing still when goals are going in. Free kicks, shots inside the box, outside the box. It doesn't matter. This is a guy who...
I agree.
He doesn't
let me go to Vim. Vim, you think
Louis is absolutely right. He's consistently standing still. Look at that diagram. And that is not some skewed image. Look at his positioning in the goal. He's more to the right than he is to the left.
Where's the ball?
Right, the ball. I've put a big red circle around it. Right, and this is midway in the strike. There is who is it? Iwobi, a few yards behind. So he watched that strike all the way go into the right corner of his goal, bottom right corner. Now, okay, he may have not saved it, but he should at least make an attempt. And if you, the guys in England, you should have probably seen a Match of the Day. They had a camera inside the goal or just behind the goal, which showed he took a small step to the left. So his weight distribution was moving in the wrong direction. And because he took that step to the left, Louis, you chip in here. It's something to do about that the inside foot.
Yeah. So a lot of keepers to when they're diving, when they're trying to get across the goal, when they're trying to make it big. If that ball is going from left to right, he's going to dive towards his right. He's going to spring off of his inside foot, and he makes it right. But what Vim is saying is that, and you can kind of see his body there. He's leaning towards his near post, and basically that means if he's trying to get back towards the opposite side of the goal, then he has to come off of that outside foot, and you can't generate the same amount of power, the same amount of spring, right? You can't generate that coming if you make that misstep, if you go towards that inside post. But like Vin was saying, if you're watching this ball come all the way, and this guy, this striker has the ball, he's looking at you as well. Any striker worth their salt is going to try to shoot it towards the far post. In this moment, if you're thinking he's going towards the near post, I don't know. Maybe you're thinking he's going to try to fake you out as the goalkeeper. I don't know why he makes that misstep. And again, extremely scrutinizing here, right? I mean, you're literally breaking down individual movements there. But I mean, at this level, this is what they do. If he's going to go back in there with a goalkeeping staff, they're going to be like, why did you take this step? Look at the positioning of the ball. Look at the position.
What are we saying?
What
he's saying is he made a misstep.
Should have saved this?
No,
So
we're not
what's
saying
all
that,
this
Ben.
talk
You have to
about?
listen,
You're
Ben. You have
saying
to
that
listen.
Lack
You
of
made a
understanding
mistake.
the ball
It's just a-
positioning.
the mistake is so basic. The mistake is so simple that for
Okay.
a high level goalkeeper at the highest level,
I
you have to
understand.
look
Maybe he
at
should
if
have
you
moved.
shift
Should
your
he have
weight,
saved that goal? It's a simple. Should he have saved
Could
it?
he have?
Yes or
Could he
no?
have?
Could
Because
he
he's
have?
already
He
gone
should
the
have
wrong way.
attempted to
Okay,
save
He's
it.
already gone
He
the
should have
wrong way.
attempted to save it. He should have
he couldn't.
dived. But
He
because he
couldn't.
So we're
went in
just
the
saying
wrong
that-
direction,
Let me put it this
We're just
way.
saying
So
that he
is
needs
it his
to-
Could have at
fault?
least
Is it
One
his
at a
made it
fault for
time.
work.
One
conceding that
at a
goal?
time. One
Is
at
it
a
his
time.
fault? Is it his fault for conceding that
I
goal?
think you're
Yes or no?
taking this.
No,
Yes,
no, no. I'm not
yes,
taking
it
we're
is
not-
his fault.
Oh,
Yes,
it's
it
his
is his
fault?
fault. Yes,
Okay.
because he made no
Then
attempt to
there's
save
nothing
it.
I can say
He
again.
keeps
All
making
right.
mistake after mistake. This is the whole
Wait,
point
Okay.
we're
no,
trying to
no,
make.
All right.
Ben, you
All
can't
right.
He
I
blame
can't say
keeps
him.
none no more.
doing
One
these.
at a time. Let me go to K.
Ben,
K,
you can't
welcome to
blame
the
him
show,
for making a
representing
save.
UK.
I
Mr.
blame
Smiley
him for
one,
not
welcome
making a
back.
save, for not making an attempt to save. I blame him for that.
An unsavable shot.
Okay, let's go to
It's not
K quickly.
unsavable.
I don't think it's
Let,
unsavable.
It's not
let,
unsavable.
let's go to K. K, welcome back, Mr. Smiley. We haven't seen you in a long time. You're back on?
Yeah, it's been a while. How we doing? We're good.
Not too bad, not too bad. Now, you jumped right into this debate. Could Onana have done better with that goal, the second goal?
Nah, there's nothing he could do. It was a great finish. If you watch it back again on the Sky Sports app, the problem was Delo and Ahmad both went the same direction. So one of them should have gone to the ball, and the other one should have showed him wide. But they both went towards the corner flag, which showed he will be inside. And then Onana's got a choice to make because Iwobi could go to the left or the right. So I think he's on his toes. So he took a few steps on his toes to try and set himself. And it was a clever finish by Iwobi because the way his body was, Iwobi looked like he was going to go to Onana's left, but he played it reverse. So by the time he shot, Onana can't move because as a keeper, there's a player there. You cannot move until the ball's gone past the player in case it takes a deflection. So by the time he's took the shot, he knows I can't get there. So that's why he didn't dive. It's like when you see the free kicks sometimes. They take a free kick and the keeper doesn't dive every time there's a free kick because sometimes he can't get there. So there's no point diving.
Okay.
I don't think he had a chance. I don't think anyone can.
Did you see the
Especially-
camera angle in Match of the Day? He took
I
a
didn't watch
step
Match of the
before.
Day, but
He took a
I've
step
watched the
before the
angles.
shot was made, but he took the wrong step. He went in the wrong direction,
But
which
you
is
know
why he
took the
couldn't
step?
go back in that
But
direction.
he didn't take one step. He took like a couple steps to be on his
No,
toes.
he didn't. Watch the
Watch it back on
replay.
Sky
The
Sports. Watch it
inside
back.
camera goal. Watch it. He took a
Well,
short
we
little
will-
step
we
to the
we
left.
will carry on this debate through the week as it is. Some think he could have done better. I think he could have done better. But I
That's
think
scapegoating. There's nothing he can do.
I think in a retrospect on everything this season, his judgment hasn't exactly been great. So it doesn't give me any confidence. Like I told you, like I said, if you guys watch the game between Cameroon and Senegal, the goal Mane scored was similar to Iwobi's goal. He just rolled it. This guy took forever to even get down. And the ball was such a low shot. So calmly hit, it was like, really, bro?
He did not move for that one.
Tim,
Or was
He went there in slow motion.
Tim,
Couldn't
it
get
was
to
slow.
Look at how many shots we're facing. We're facing the same amount of shots as Sheffield United.
That's
a
what
problem.
I just said. That's what I just said.
That's a
400.
problem.
Kenneth just said
That
that.
shouldn't be
Mr.
happening.
Forger just said. So what does that say, Kane?
says
What does that say?
He's getting exposed beyond belief to the point. You know, like De Gea that season when he was making saves for fun because he's a good shot stopper. If we had Onana then, we'd be in the same situation. But because De Gea was making magnificent saves, everyone was forgetting. Oh, we were conceding shots, but he was making saves to keep us in the game. The difference is Onana's not a great shot stopper, so he's not going to make the same saves as De Gea. That's why we're losing and conceding goals. Conceding shots, we're too open.
Okay.
Is he the right keeper for us going forward?
If you want to play the football he wants to play, but he's already told us he can't play that football. So I don't know why he's signed a
AX
keeper.
type football.
Yeah. So you've signed a keeper.
We don't have enough skilled players,
and you can't play the football you want to play. So it seems to me he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what his best team is.
I think, in my opinion, I think if you want to play the type of football that Erik ten Hag wants to play, he doesn't have the players to do that yet. He doesn't have the players to do that yet.
Are we ever going to get the players to play that football? Are we ever going to get those kind of players?
Man, we just got Ineos, man. Let them do their job. Let them
Okay, we've
fix
added
his
that. No
recruitment
problem.
system, and
So
let's see what happens.
let's roll the tape. That game is done. We fumbled. We effed up. It's done. We were embarrassed in front of the whole world. It's a mess. So I think maybe some fans were just thinking if we could get that run going, just winning these little games. It just showed yesterday how much we miss Rasmus. I mean, a guy has scored 6 in a row, and just the one game he didn't play, we were clueless. We couldn't hold the ball up front. We had
Sorry,
no other striker.
Tim. Sorry, let me just come in there.
Yeah, go on.
That's not an excuse. It's not an excuse.
No. It's not an excuse. I'm
It
saying
annoys me
the
when people
reasons
say- when
we
people say
can't use
something-
that as an excuse because
Yeah, it's not an
Rasmus
excuse.
was out. We couldn't.
But
Okay.
Tim, did you watch the Carabao Cup final today? Did you see
No,
This
I
is
did
what I
not.
was about
I
to
did.
say.
I completely
This
missed
is
it.
what I was
You
about
see
to
how
say. When
many
people
players
say
have
Ten Hag
been
doesn't have
losing?
the players, he wants to.
There's no
He
way
doesn't have the
Liverpool should have won
players.
that game today.
Look at.
Dude, you can't compare us
look
to
at-
Liverpool, man. I'm sorry.
No,
You can't
wait,
compare us to Liverpool.
Wait, hold
One
on,
at a
hold
time.
on,
One
hold
at
on,
a
hold
time.
on, hold
One
on.
at a time. One at a
Hold
time.
on, real quick, right? I want to hear what Kay has to say, but Ken
Kay,
is
go
also
on.
saying something. So,
Kay,
Kay, after
finish
you
what you were
finish, I'd
saying,
like
Kay.
to hear what Ken
My
is saying
point
also.
is,
I didn't.
they're missing probably about 6 or 7 of their starters, and then Gravenberch got injured. They had kids on the pitch at Wembley. That's a massive pitch, but because they had a system of play, it didn't change the way they played. With United, we don't know what we're doing when we get the ball.
That's exactly what I said earlier. He played kids in the final and won.
Exactly.
Can you imagine Man U
So
doing that at this stage?
Are we saying Klopp has a system whereby
Yeah, he does.
academy, they're all going to the same system?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, he
know
does,
if
but
we
how
had
many-
played
how long
7
has he been
academy
at
players
Liverpool, though?
yesterday.
How
If
long
we
has
were-
he been at Liverpool, though? How long has he been at
6
Liverpool, though?
years, going on 6
Okay,
years.
how long has Ten Hag been at United?
But it's the same story as previous seasons. Nothing's changed.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question though. Does Liverpool? Do they have a structure? Do they have a better environment over there? Yes or no?
Yes, they do.
Okay,
No
thank
one's
you.
saying it doesn't. But does it take 6 years for a player to know where they should be? When
I can't.
Ben, can I answer your
I've
question?
posed my
Ben,
argument already. You guys
Ben,
have answered
can I
my
answer your
question. I'm good.
question?
One at a
That-
time.
Yeah, go
Kenneth,
ahead.
Can I
go on.
answer your
Go on,
question,
Kenneth.
Ben, you said how long has he been here?
Yeah.
When Klopp was there for 6 months, there was a complete style of play after
Okay.
6 months.
Can you show
that's a
proof of that
fact.
for me? Can you show
He
proof?
went to 2 finals in the first
Okay,
2
see,
seasons. I
no,
think I
wait,
lost them.
man.
let me ask this question. Let's see if you could do
Dude,
this, Ken,
come on,
right?
man.
Wait, no, because we're gonna argue like that. If you could do this to me, right? If you do this for me, send me clips
I will.
of
I can
no, yeah,
send
just
you
send me
that.
clips of
Remember
the way they
when-
play
okay, let's
6
start
months
with
in.
the first game.
Ken,
And
Ken,
then-
you've got some homework now, okay? You've got homework to do.
I've even got
Send me
some more
clips.
recent-
Send me clips.
One
Send me
second.
clips of
Yeah.
Liverpool playing the
Let me-
same way consistently
What?
since 6 months.
Ken, I've
Yeah.
got some of that
Let-
even more recent for
Yeah.
you. Look at Tottenham. How long's Ange been there? Look at the way they're playing.
Exactly
Okay.
my
So
point.
So Ken,
Thank you, Kay.
wait, let me
That's it, game over.
wait. Let me pose this question to
He's
you
not
again,
been
right?
there 7 years.
Let me pose questions to you again, right? Right? Come this time next season, if that still happened at Spurs, I'll shut up my mouth.
No. But
Why
Ben,
after next
how
season?
long has the Spurs manager been at Spurs?
Okay, I'm gonna say this
And
again.
they lost 10.
If Spurs is doing the same thing next season and the season after next season, I'll
Okay.
shut up my mouth.
Let
Again, I'm
me
gonna
hear
say
from,
this.
let
I'm
me
gonna
bring
say
in-
this. This is the
Okay.
same manager that won you guys a trophy last season. So all all that work has gone to the bin.
So was Louis. So was
You see how fans are?
Mourinho.
Your fans so
They don't
fickle,
want
so
trophies.
fickle.
Okay,
Go
let
on,
me
go
go
I'm not
to,
saying Eric Ten Hag
let me
shouldn't
go
take
to
blame,
let
but
me
you
go
can't
to,
put all on him. I'm
Louis.
sorry.
Louis, come
Sorry.
on. Go on, Louis.
Bems, correct me if I am wrong, but I think what Bem's original point is that because Klopp has been there for 7 years or is it 6 years? Either way, because he has
6,
been
7
there
years.
for an extended period of time, the youth footballers can come into the first team and play the same style. This is not happening at Tottenham. This is not happening
Thank you, Louis.
anywhere with new managers. The kids can come in and play the same style because the methodology is the same from top to bottom. However, over the last 10 years, we've had 7 managers, including the interims, and each manager with a different idea of how the club football is supposed to run. Managers come and go, it changes. So yeah, the players coming from the youth system, it's not going to look the same. It might not even be successful. However, I think what also Bems was saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that when these guys come in, when these managers come in, they have a director of football that can make sure that the methodology is being passed down properly.
Right.
They have support staff, coaches, and trainers that around the manager system that the manager wants, that continues to trickle down. Arteta, when he came towards Arsenal, and there's a whole documentary about it, his first signings, his first hirings were support staff in the various holes that he said that this club was missing, right? So now you have managers, several managers, Ranić, who was kind of slated for that director of football job eventually, who've all said the exact same thing, right? Is that the support around the team within this club is non-existent. What you do have, right, and it sums up yesterday's match perfectly, is player power overriding the needs of the individual player overrides the needs of the club. And we see this yesterday, right? Let's say Rashford's not a striker. He has to fill a role, okay? And it looks like he can't be asked. He's like, I'm not a striker. Why am I playing in this position? 2 shots in 90 minutes. 1 on target, 1 blocked. It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. And that is not a coaching problem. That is an individual player problem. Bruno, I'm a huge Bruno fan. Probably the hardest working player on the field.
Bruno was
But
shit
his first
yesterday.
cut was shit.
It's hard though, man. He works hard.
Yeah, he works hard, but he was shit
He works
yesterday.
hard, but
I don't think he was shit.
I mean,
It was shit, man.
No,
he's
he was
running
shit,
all over the
man.
place. No one can say
No,
that
he
was
was
shit.
shit.
The
But
dude
he's
was
running-
shit, man.
but
Does
he's
everyone
running
think he's shit?
with
You
the-
should
Stunk it up, bro.
you shouldn't have laced his boots
Hold on,
yesterday. You
hold on,
was
hold on.
shit.
Let me bring
Let
it.
Louis
Hey,
finish.
Hold on.
It's
I
like
got
he
35
stepped on
seconds. to let me
shit
finish
right before
up.
he got on the pitch.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Louis.
That's
Go ahead,
probably
Louis.
why, because he stepped in shit.
So look,
Louis, go ahead, man.
the problems that the inconsistencies, right? You're talking about, oh, this manager making stupid decisions, or this manager this manager that. Not all of you, most of you have said something about the manager, and then your next point had to do with player power. You got to do the open heart surgery that we was talking about 3 years ago.
You have to.
Players need to go. Big players need to go.
The clear out hasn't still happened. Even Mourinho keeps repeating
That is
his
how-
second place.
That is how you
Mourinho
hold on.
keeps-
Hold on. That
What
is
about
how you
the players that he's
hold
brought in?
on.
Let's
Let
talk
me-
about the
last
players he's
point.
brought in.
How many
Last
players
point.
has he even brought into this
Hold
team?
on,
Last
Bams.
point.
Let's
They have-
Let him
Louis
get up to
finish,
10
please.
players.
One at a
You
time.
can't have
Let him
open
land.
heart surgery
Come
with
on,
a
man.
manager who's not good
You
enough.
can't have
He's
open.
not good enough.
You can't have a
Louis,
team
finish,
when you have.
man. Let him finish.
Can you finish, Bams? Can you finish, please? Thank you.
Players have come in, this is true, but 4 managers have talked about the exact same players that needed to go, and those managers were knocked back. You have to bring in players as well as kick out players, no matter how big they are. And this club has always been about the marketing, and the player popularity dictates who plays. This is facts. We've known this. We said this a lot under Ole. Player popularity dictates the starting lineup more than the manager does. And that is the problem. Mourinho, Pep, Arteta, Klopp have all talked about how good of a manager Ten Hag is. So that's it. Stop blaming one person when the problem is on the grass.
All right. Bams, come in, please. You got a minute. Let's go. You
No,
ready?
he said. I mean, Lewis said is said a lot right there, man. Mourinho keeps saying it. He said it in Rio Ferdinand's interview. He said that second place that was one of his biggest achievement. He was saying if you can read between the lines, right? If you can read between the lines, he's clearly telling you that there's a lot of chaos in that club. For him to be able to achieve that second place was a lot.
And
You
they
have
were like
players-
15 or 16 points behind City at that after that.
Spence.
It wasn't like
it,
a close.
it doesn't. Yeah, but yet again, it was an achievement with that squad. You have players from different managers. There are a lot of players in that club that still haven't been cleared out. He said that he had players that he wanted to sell, but the club didn't allow him to. I mean, you have Luke Shaw that's still there. You have Lindelof is still there.
Hold on, okay.
You have Maguire still there. You got Rashford that's still there. You have
Martial's still there.
Martial is still there. You have
God,
who else still
Martial's
there?
still here. Good
I mean,
Lord.
how many players are still in that club though? These are players. These are senior players that have some type of influence on that in that club. What do you want? And then you want Eric Ten Hag. Ten Hag has come in and he's bought some players.
So why is
Okay,
he playing?
right?
Why is he playing these players in the wrong position? Why is he doing that?
Okay, does he have the depth to do what he
We
wants to
have no
do? Tell me
depth.
who else
We
he has
have
to
no
He
play.
could
depth.
have brought in the.
Who can he
brought in
play?
a striker, and he didn't bring one in.
You can't.
Is it his
you
fault for
can't
bringing
tell
the
me.
striker? Is it his fault? Does he say
He
no? I
needed
don't
a
want a
striker this
striker.
season, and he didn't bring
So
one
One
you're
in.
at a
telling me
time,
is Eric?
one
He
at
did
You're
a
bring a
saying
time.
it's
striker.
Eric
One
Ten
at a
Hag's
time.
fault for not
Guys,
getting a
remember when I
striker?
said?
Are you
Remember when
wait?
I
How
said?
dumb could that be? I'm a manager.
Benz,
How dumb could
Benz,
it be? I'm a
Benz,
manager.
remember last
and
season
you-
when I said
Yeah.
we should have kept Weghorst as a plan C or D, and people were
Okay.
like, nah. We could have done with that. Now,
Okay,
right now,
but so Kay,
we could do with that. And
how can you tell me that Eric Ten Hag, if given the opportunity, if you can't tell me that you say Eric Ten Hag, right? Do you want a striker? You can have one, or you can't have one. What do you want? And he tells you no.
Weghorst would have been a fee. It would have been another loan.
Wait. I'm just saying, right? How can you ask a manager, every manager on this earth, if you give them more options, they will say yes. I want as more options as I can have. No manager will tell you no. I don't need it.
But Bems, think about it. Start of the season, Marshall and Hoyland, there's your strikers.
Okay, but
And
is
we
that
were in
his
the
fault
Champions
though?
League.
Is
That's
that his fault
criminal.
though? So you're telling me
Wanted
that's
to-
Eric
he
Ten Hag's
wanted
fault
another senior
for not
striker.
getting a
He didn't
striker?
bring.
Say again?
You're telling me that Eric Ten Hag is his fault for not getting
Why are
additional
you
striker?
buying Mason Mount? We didn't need Mason Mount. We needed a striker.
There you go. These are facts. These
No,
are questions. It
So-
just
so-
answered.
so-
They
Let
talk
me
about
bring-
this in
let me-
interviews.
Hold on, let me
It's
ask you a
answered.
question. Let me ask you a
but
question.
he-
Is Mason Mount, is he
Mason Mount.
still injured? Is he still injured?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
still injured.
Mason Mount.
Yes.
What
Rubbish
the
signing.
fuck?
I think we got unlucky with the Mason Mount thing. I think
How
the reason
unlucky
why
can we get?
Well,
Come
no,
on, Joe.
we're
That's an
fucking
excuse. That's
unlucky,
an
bro.
excuse.
Listen,
point
is-
we
you
are
guys-
the
so-
point isn't-
we are
you guys
incredibly
You
unlucky.
guys make me feel like you guys don't understand what's actually going on.
No, no,
Let
but
me
the
go
point
to
isn't
let
the
me go to
player.
K. Let me
You guys
go to
don't
K.
sound like
point-
you know
the
what's
point
going on in
isn't
this
about
club.
Mount,
Let me go
it's
to
the
K.
position. We've needed a striker for how many years? And you went and bought another midfielder, even though you had the Amrabat.
Eric Ten Hag
Even though
wanted
you
two
could've-
strikers.
You could have kept what's his called?
You only got
Savitzer.
one. You wanted
But
two
you went and
strikers.
got
You wanted
a
two
keeper
strikers, you only
that
got
we
one.
didn't need to get. You
He,
got
no,
a keeper we didn't need to get.
he has
And
been
you-
in interview. So
You wanted
he
two
said
strikers, you only
he
got
said
one.
he bought too many midfielders, so he didn't have any money to buy a striker.
Exactly.
He actually admitted it himself in his press conference.
He messed up.
He said it himself. He didn't have the money to buy a striker because they had spent
He
in
spent in
midfield.
other places. If you kept De Gea, you wouldn't have had to spend 60 on
Coming
Onana.
for
You
the
could have
club,
spent
man.
that
He's
on
coming
another
for the
striker.
club. What else do you want him to say,
If
man?
you didn't get Amrabat, you could have got
If he was
another
at
loan
if
deal.
Right,
if
let me
Ten Hag
bring
was at
in
City,
let me
if Ten
bring
Hag was
in
at
Joe
City, he would
quickly.
have got the extra striker.
Hold on,
He would
Louis.
have got
Let me
the
bring
striker,
in
man.
Joe.
You're
Joe.
you're blaming
Summarize
issues at
It's
the club of the
FFP.
owners on
It's financial
on
fair play
team.
restrictions.
It's not
Yes.
Eric Ten Hag's fault.
But it was
Say that again, Tim?
FFP. He's got a
Alright,
budget he can spend.
Can we all agree? When one person is talking, let that person have the space. All right. Let's not over talk
Okay.
each other, so we get the message lost. Joe, go on, please.
I think the one thing we can agree on. We're shit. We're shit from top to bottom, bro. And, and no, listen. We're shit, right? And for the last 10 years, right? The question for me has always been, are we a good team that plays badly? Or are we a bad team that plays good every once in a while, right?
That's
And
what
it's
we are.
clear
We are
now.
a bad team. We play good every once in a while.
We are a bad club. We're not just a bad team. We're not just a bad starting lineup. We are a bad club that looks good every once in a while. So
100%. I applaud that. I applaud that.
when we come at it from that approach, right? We would then need to understand that this fix is a multi-level, multifaceted, multi-year project. And some people, feel like where we have stability, we want to keep it, right? I feel Ten Hag is one of those spots that is not an immediate concern. I feel this team has other places, the same way De Gea wasn't an immediate concern, right? Ten Hag is not an immediate concern to fix this club.
What?
Ratcliffe is dealing with the back end stuff. That's that as far as like that is top 3. I would say top 3 things that need to be to get us back to glory. Ineos is taking care of the back end stuff. As far as the pitch, there's a lot more things that need to be dealt with before Eric Ten Hag. That's my personal take.
Okay, thank you, Joe. Let me go to Louis. Louis, quickly, you got a minute.
No, I mean, Joe, once again, man, spot on. Look,
We're a shit team. We are just a shit team who play good every now and then.
first things first is when you talk about the signings that Ten Hag has made, none of them were a first choice signing. None
Who
of them
wasn't?
were a first. Not a single one was a first choice. signing.
Casemiro, Varane weren't first choice. Who did he want instead of them?
Casemiro wasn't his first
Frankie
choice.
De Jong.
Oh, yeah, Casemiro wasn't his first choice.
Yeah, but
It
I said
wasn't.
Casemiro, Varane. Who was his first choice for Varane?
Who was his first choice?
The
for
Did he
Korean
buy
guy.
Varane?
He
Did
wanted the
buy
Korean
Varane?
guy.
Timber, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What about
King-
Eriksen?
King-
Was Ericsson
God.
Ten Hag?
No, I don't think
Yeah,
Eriksen's
Eriksen
done.
signed to go on a free. Remember?
On a free. What are you gonna do?
No, but I'm
wasn't his
saying
first
who
choice
was his
signing.
hold
first
on,
choice?
hold on,
De Jong.
hold
De
on.
Jong was his
Here,
first
let me
choice.
get to my let me get to my let me get to my second.
Please.
Let me get to my
Okay.
second.
Louis, go on.
99% of the players were not his first choice. Second, if you talking about yesterday, when you're talking about positioning, okay, let's say you put Rashford on the left, okay? I don't think moving him 30 yards to the left makes his performance yesterday better. And if it does make his performance better, you fire that motherfucker. Because you're not a petulant child throwing the toys out the pram because you had to play striker for one game when you've been playing on the left for the last 4.
And done not much.
Over Garnacho, who I argue is better than you. So fuck you. Lindelof at the left back. Okay, if you put him on the right, he plays better. Again, fire him.
Moving Dalot to the left.
Honestly, look, the thing about Lindelof is there was a moment at the end of the game that perfectly encapsulates him as a fullback. I can't remember who. Basically, he's running down the outside. We're in the attacking third. Ball comes. It's a little too long. He's too slow to get there. He sprints his ass off. He saves it from being a goal kick to a throw in.
I think I remember
It's a
that
good
one.
moment. But then he pulls up and he's grabbing his hamstring because he can't do it anymore. He's not a fullback. But again, look at the squad. Wan-Bissaka hurt. Shaw hurt. You can't, again, say the manager making stupid decisions over here.
But
When
Louis,
when these players can't be asked to perform, they didn't perform. Doesn't matter where the fuck they were playing. They didn't try. That's the problem. And look, I was talking to Charles yesterday, Tim Evans. I was talking to him yesterday. I was like, look, if it was me, I would go to the U23 squad. I would say all of you are starting the game next week. And I would take all the starters and I said, you're going to sit behind them at the game in full suits with a red tie. And you're going to sit there and you're going to shut the hell up and you're going to watch. Now, that's why I would be fired as Manchester United manager. Maybe unless we nick a win, maybe they keep me on. But this is the radical change that you have to do in order to be successful. Rashford got to go. Bruno probably got to go. Maguire, Ericsson. I'd keep Shaw. I would. Again, you have to have somebody to have his back. You're absolutely right with that. I won't argue that. But McTominay gotta go. Amrabat not good enough. All these players are just not. They're not good enough. Anthony gone. Bye.
So who do we keep then?
some of them are good enough.
Mainu,
A lot of them are not good
Boylan,
enough.
Garnacho. I'd keep them. I'd keep Casemiro. I'd keep Varane maybe, but again, he's getting towards the end of his career. Yeah, at this point, again, you have to lose these players. You really have to. And if that means that you're playing with an Ahmad, a Forsen, these types of players, so be it. So be it.
Thank you, Louis.
Maybe you finish 12th, but God damn it, burn it down and build it back up. This is the only way you get towards a future that is consistently successful, because consistency is the word. That's the word.
Thank you.
But
Right,
what about
Kay,
the left
go on, Kay, go on.
with the point of the left back, you know Luke Shaw's always going to get injured.
Yes,
He plays
100%.
maybe 30 games at best this
Look,
season.
and again, this is where
Let me finish. You had Regulon. You sent him back off loan.
And
You know
again,
they're
I wouldn't have kept
Alvaro.
Reguilon. Reguilon was
Well,
shit.
not
He wasn't good enough. Fuck him
Well,
off.
he's a
Go
natural
down to
left
the
back, though.
we grab a
He's
kid
a
but
and
that
put
natural
wasn't
him
Ten
there.
Hag though. That was not Ten Hag.
And then you know Wan-Bissaka's injured. You know Luke Shaw's injured. You know Malacia is not going to be back. You've left yourself short. It's just criminal as a manager to do that.
It was not
Like
Ten
it's
Hag
just
though.
short-sighted. Like with the keeper and the not signing the striker. It's
Yeah,
It's
again,
so-
but
I
that's
don't
to
understand
me,
it.
that's not a fireable offense. Not when you've
I think
seen
it's a fireable, but
not
it's a big
when
mistake.
you've seen what happens when you cycle through managers, you have to end the cycle somewhere. This is a good coach. Yes, has he made some stupid decisions? Of course he has. Have I disagreed with him? Of course I have. I'm not saying that this man is Jesus come to save us. That was Cantona. I'm not talking about that. All I'm saying is, if you continue the cycle of firing people because you lost some results against Fulham, then you're never gonna have a manager. With these
No,
but stop,
Let
no,
me,
Louis,
okay, hold on. Let me
Tim,
bring,
one more point. One point.
round up.
So look at all the games we've won recently. We've scraped the wins. Villa, we
They were
scraped
shit.
it.
Yeah, we played like
Forest,
shit.
we scraped it. Wolves, we scraped. There's no game that we battered the team apart from the other week where we missed loads of chances.
We've
Nearly
not
every
battered the
game we
team
won
even
is
since
by
Bams,
last
let
season we
Kay
were
finish,
battering
please.
teams.
Bams, let Kay finish.
as a manager, you can't be scraping every game. It's not sustainable. That shows you're not a good manager, or you're not getting anything out of your players.
Look at the
Point
end of
And
the
that's
day.
why I'm saying he can't be there next season.
At the end of the
Okay.
day, look, you're not just playing. You're not just playing against Fulham. All right, you're not just playing against Fulham. You're playing against not having the support staff that you need. You're playing against players that down tools. You're playing against a dilapidated stadium. You're playing against a dilapidated Carrington. You're playing against all of these things. It's not just Fulham. It's not just games.
Louis, you know the
No
stadium was leaking when
manager
Ferguson
at a
in
was
the
time,
last
one
10
at a
years
time.
have said that they have been supported. Are they all lying? Are they all talking
guys,
shit?
but
Is
that's
Rafinha
not.
lying? Is
You-
Sanchez lying? Is Ronaldo lying? Are all of them lying?
No one's saying they're lying, but
Just
with the stadium leaks,
Then
the
who do
stadium
you,
was leaking when
okay,
Ferguson was
fire
there.
him off. Fire him. Who do you get?
There's a lot of options at the moment. There's a lot more options now.
Okay,
Dude,
let me
man.
bring in. Okay, Louis
just-
and Kay. Louis and Kay, you've used your
But
credits.
you know
Let
what
me
it is
go
with the
to.
manager? No, what Tim, with the manager, I'm not going to say manager because now we've got a director of football. That's for the director of football and that board for them to pick because they're going
Right.
to choose the
Then
style
it's not
of
for
play.
you to say
Right.
sack the manager then.
No, but
Right.
previously we didn't have the director of football, so I would have said
No.
a manager. But now it has to be what the director of football and Brailsford think we should be playing and the players they want to buy. Because at the moment, I don't think it's going to tally up with Ten Hag.
Okay, so
Yeah,
what I
then
want
we're
to
gonna have to see.
one-
Right,
one
Bams,
good-
hold on, Bams,
one
Bams,
good
hold on. Let
quick
me quickly
point.
go to
Just-
Vim and Ken. Vim, go on, jump in.
What was the question?
It wasn't a question. It's a situation whereby where we are now. There's some are blaming Ten Hag for wrong decisions, wrong selections. Some are saying it's not his fault because of the tools he's working with. Go on, summarize me in a minute if you can.
Maybe it's all of the above. Maybe we have a bad environment. Maybe we have player power. Maybe we have a bad manager. Maybe we have bad coaching, and hence we need the upper management to be replaced to start rethinking the entire strategy. So maybe it's all the above. It's not just a single element of it. I think we're just doing pretty bad in all departments and paying, interstellar wages, best in class wages, but underperforming performances. So open heart
Can you
surgery
say-
and more.
Yeah. So Vim, could I ask you this? Can you agree with Joe or you disagree that we're just a bad club that play good every now and then?
Yeah,
Or we are a good
play
club
good
that
in
play bad?
parts. Yeah, we play good in parts, and we tend to play better against lowly or lower opposition. Against the top teams, we don't even turn up sometimes, and we just play for damage limitation, which I think is going to happen next week against City. We're going to
Yeah,
just
definitely.
play a low block, shut
we
up
better
shop.
get at
Let
them.
me go to Ken
Yeah.
quickly. Ken.
Yes, so let's remember the first statement I made when I joined the call is our season could be ended, could be finished come this time next Sunday. Let that sink. This is the fact. All these things we're talking about, the season we're in February, right? And the season's over. If we lose to
Nottingham Forest.
Forest on Wednesday, that's it. because we're going
So
to lose
where's
to
the game?
City.
Is it away or home?
It's away.
Oh,
Oh, we're gonna lose. We're gonna
oh
lose.
well.
Is
The
that another
season
6-0?
That's messed up. It
The
don't even matter
season-
home or away. It don't matter anymore.
No.
Yeah,
We're
pretty
going
much,
striker.
yeah.
That good, man.
We're going
Take
Forest.
shots.
We're not gonna
Yeah.
win.
So,
We're not gonna
so
win with
let
that
that
striker.
let that sink in. Let that sink. If you guys think that this guy is the right guy to back and give him all the players he wants, and all of a sudden we'll start to make progress, you must be smoking something, because you have
Guess
to
I
have
am smoking something.
get the best out of what you have
What
right
is it?
now.
Denver,
I might
man.
need to go
Stuff
get
you
more,
You have
some
to
more
get
of
the
that
best
what I'm
out of.
smoking.
Let me finish.
One
Let me
at a
finish.
time. You will
Before
have your
smoking.
turn, Benz. Calm down,
Exactly.
please. Go on.
You have to
Finish
get
off,
the
Ken.
best out of what you have to show that you need something to for the future. The players you're signing to make sense. You're buying players we don't need. You don't have an idea. You're saying that you can't play the football that made us bring you into the club. That alone is a
Like in the
sacrificable
CV.
offense. You know, this is why we brought you in, because of but you had a particular brand of football, a specific style of play that made Manchester United go and bring you, and you're saying you can't do it. It's like you hire me
He's
to
not
do
the
a
first
job, and I'm
manager to
telling you
say
I can't do it. Like,
I think
Let him finish. Let him finish, please.
you know. So that's what I mean. Just let that sink in. Season's done next Sunday, and we're in February. All we've got about how many games have we got left? It would just be dead rubber games, dead rubber games, dead rubber games. We can't make top four. That's it. Just dead rubber games to the end of the season. That's all I've got to say.
Thank you. Bems, come in.
I guess I need to smoke more what I'm smoking. It's probably
Pass it
not
around,
strong
man.
enough.
Share it.
Yeah, I'll share you.
that plug. We get that.
Hey,
Yeah,
man, you're always
I
welcome
need
to
to
come
smoke
out
some
here,
more of that.
boys.
Yo, light it up.
Oh,
Light
yeah.
it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to light some more of that shit up, man. If any, yeah, I need to go find more. But I would say this, like I've said, many times. Now I'm not saying Erik ten Hag is fully blameless, like you can't blame him at all. He should take blame in this. He should take some blame in this situation. But I will say majority of the blame should go to the club, the environment, the players. Again, like I keep repeating myself, your new owners say the same thing, that the environment has not been conducive for any manager to be successful at this club for the past 11 years.
Yeah, that was very deep when he said that.
If your
But we don't
owners,
need that.
if you yeah. So hence, I keep repeating myself that blaming the managers is a waste of time. If your owner can come and tell you that he's not blaming the manager, then that's
So what?
that's all I
The
need to say.
manager, you just got all right.
Let him
managers,
finish.
yeah.
Let Bems finish.
Let me finish. In response to what Ken said, yes, I do agree. Our season could be over, but then again, it's not solely on the manager. The players should step up and want to win those games as much as possible. It's at the point where it's like, okay, these players should show that they care about this club. If you really want to be here and you really want to show that you care about this club, give us every single thing on the pitch. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that from all these players.
Dennis, you can't give everything you want to give if you don't believe in the project or the manager. If you was at work, you had a boss.
So that means
One at a time.
They didn't
So
believe
you're
in
the
their
boss at work.
They
Hold
didn't
on.
Listen,
believe in
One at a
anybody else.
time. One at a time.
you had
Okay.
the boss
Player
at
power is
work,
Okay.
crazy.
Say what you want to say
No.
quickly. Go
and
on,
you
Ken.
didn't believe in what he was saying, and you were
Okay.
thinking, this
Case
guy's
smoking on
not
that player power.
messing us up. Are you going to give everything you're going to give for him? You're not. And that's what's happening. It's easy to say give everything you want to give, but give it context. If you're at work and you've got a manager that isn't practicing what he's preaching and making mistakes, you're going to be like, this manager's a bit of an idiot. I don't really believe what he's saying. So you're not going to be like, I'm going to work hard. I'm going to stay late after work, help him out, do stuff. You're not going to do that. You've got to earn that. And he's not earned that at the moment.
So
And that's why you're seeing,
did they not
you see the
believe in
players.
Mourinho?
Okay.
Second place in
Okay.
20
Let me go to Louis quickly. Louis, quickly summarize.
I didn't get a
No,
chance to
I'm
finish what I
sorry.
was saying.
All right.
but
Okay.
that's
Back
all
to
good.
hold on.
No.
Bems.
You
Finish
can
up,
move
Bems.
on.
Bems.
No, you can move. That's fine. You can move on. Next person
Okay.
can talk. Louis can talk. No problem.
No, I'm
Louis.
just saying though, like if you're telling me that it's the manager's fault for losing the respect of the players or losing the belief of the players, we've been here. It's the same players.
Well, Louis, look at last season. Look at last season. Look at the drop off this season. If you're a player, you're going to be like, what happened? Last season, we were challenging. We were in games.
Challenging
this season,
for what?
Look at
challenging in games.
look at the same
the
players
were just
under a successful manager who we still fired because they were asked to do. Look, at the end of the day,
I don't believe why fans are so blind, man.
At the end of the day, they're prima donnas. You know what I
not all of
mean?
them
That's is absolutely right. If I'm paying you 300 grand a week and you don't give me your all, you're the problem. Don't tell me, oh, I don't believe in the manager. 300 grand a week.
That happens though. It doesn't
300
matter how
grand,
much you
I
get
tell
paid
you
to
to believe
believe
in Santa Claus. You better believe in Santa Claus.
It doesn't matter how much you get paid to believe in a manager.
Get out.
Look at PSG.
Way, man.
Look at PSG.
No
look
way.
At PSG.
You can't tell me that paying
look at PSG.
millions of dollars a year.
What about PSG?
Look at PSG.
What about PSG?
How much do they get paid at PSG? Have they won the Champions League?
No.
Why? Because they don't believe in the manager, and it's not all about money.
Wait a minute, but they're also prima donnas that are very selfish. And if you can't manage,
had some good teams. They had some very good teams. When they had Neymar, that was a very good team.
Let me ask you a question.
The manager that they had at the time.
What is the main goal for PSG every season?
Champions
League. No. Let me ask you a question. What is the main goal for PSG to achieve every season?
Basic, win the league. That's the minimum base.
The number one goal is to win the Champions League.
No, but I'm saying the minimum.
To win the Champions League because the league is not a competition for them.
But Bems, if you've got
no history, they won the Champions League is a question.
But Bems, if you've got no
history, won the Champions League is a question.
We know they haven't. But if you've got no history of winning it, it's not that easy to win it because you haven't got the belief. Look at Man City. It took them a long time to win.
You brought PSG, right? I'm just telling you, you're bringing PSG, but the number one goal they still have not achieved.
They're further away.
Let's move on. We're gonna move on. Now, as the season, as we can see, according to what Ken is saying, according to what Ken
to Bayern Munich though.
According to what Bayern Munich. According to what Ken said,
just sacked their manager after 1 year.
Yeah, but you can't compare a club that has a system.
It doesn't matter.
That's fine. They can sack all they want. You can't compare us.
They sacked Pep as well. Do you remember that? He didn't fit into their plan.
All right.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna have to mute you guys because you guys could go all day. That's fine. As Ken said earlier, it looks like the season might come to a total end in terms of belief in trophies. If we lose to Nottingham Forest away on Wednesday, that's FA Cup done. Then can we even make top 4? I don't see that possible. So we're looking at top 6. Can we make 5th or 6th? We don't even know with this inconsistency. So now, where we are now, you have 1 minute to explain and say, can they get through Nottingham Forest on Wednesday and get a result at the Empty Head on Sunday? I'm going to start with Kenneth. You have a minute. Let's go.
We get a result at the Etihad. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No chance.
Are we beating Nottingham Forest on Wednesday?
No, because our manager's going to play Rashford up front again. So, yeah.
All right. Thank you. Bems. Nottingham Forest on Wednesday.
No.
The last hope for a trophy.
We won't win. We probably won't win against Forest. We definitely not win against City.
Thank you.
And yeah, simple. And it's not totally the manager's fault. I'm sorry. That's my opinion.
Okay. Okay. Nottingham Forest, Manchester City, back-to-back away games. Season decider. I mean, one's a season decider. One's like whatever.
We're getting, as people say, putting the spliff and smokes. We ain't winning none.
Okay, thank you. Vim, Nottingham Forest, Manchester City.
Well, yeah, I think we can win Forest. I don't think we'll win City. And I think everything is Rashford's fault. Sack Rashford.
Joe.
You know what's wild? With the way this team is, I won't be surprised if we lose to Nottingham Forest and we beat City.
No way we beat City.
Yo, come on, man.
Listen. Like
Oh,
I
no
like I
way. At the Etihad.
I actually agree with
Listen,
Joe. I
With
actually,
no
listen,
striker.
I actually agree with Joe.
listen. This team,
No chance.
bro.
This team
This
is
team,
inconsistent. I'll tell you.
this
We
team-
have been
We've done
there
it before.
it's
but-
our superpower, bro. It is
We've
our
done it when we've had
Not in
good
this
players.
occasion.
So, Joe,
Absolutely
you're
not.
saying we could beat. Well,
Oh,
so
well,
you think we're
okay.
gonna beat Forest?
So, I,
At the
Yeah.
I don't.
Etihad.
What might happen at the Etihad? At best, 1-1 draw.
What?
I see us maybe like a 1-1 draw. We're gonna,
Okay,
yeah.
that would be great, but I can't see it.
Yeah.
But hey, that's
I
Actually,
your.
don't
agree
see
for the
it.
I
league.
just,
Louis,
I don't, but I won't be
Louis.
surprised if it does
I
happen.
won't be
'cause-
surprised.
Louis,
No chance.
Louis,
Yes, sir.
Nottingham
Result,
Forest and Man
Nottingham
City.
Probably, and probably not.
Okay, answers the question. If you guys remember, there is a bad culture sometimes within this club, and it's the player that festered like a cancer. We went to Etihad under Mourinho, stopped them, displaying the trophy in front of the whole world on that Manchester derby, and beat City 3-2. The following weekend, the very next week, we lost at home to West Brom, who were already relegated. Now that tells you how bad these cultural players are. So they, like Joe said, they could go and beat man. They could go and go to Etihad on Sunday. Probably go and get a result. And on Wednesday, get knocked out by Nottingham Forest. This team can't do it. They are so
Facts.
inconsistent. You
Facts.
can't bet anything on them. They're
Facts.
just that bad. Okay.
That team that we had with Mourinho would batter the team we have now.
Probably
That
so.
team that Mourinho took to the Etihad with Pogba and all them guys, they will batter this team.
With,
This team are no.
with Herrera. Yeah. Yeah.
They
they
were
probably
nowhere
would be.
near it.
Rashford, Shaw. Who else was-
That Mourinho team would batter this team because they have a function. They know what to do when they've got the ball, when they haven't got the ball. This team don't have a clue what they're doing.
They'll sack the manager.
Right. Now, question time. This is the question time. Who has questions? We're the final one extra time now on the show. All right. Okay.
I got
question.
one.
What's the basic function of a manager? What's the job of a manager?
Who wants to answer?
Manage your striker better. Manage Rashford better.
No, what's the job of a manager?
A football manager, right?
Manage
Win
Bruno
games.
better.
To
Win
manage,
games.
yeah, win games. Okay.
Manage Bruno
If
better.
they're not winning games, you can't keep them. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Vim, you have a question.
Yeah. So there's talks about Brailsford bringing Ross Barkley to the club.
It's a good move.
How old is the guy?
Barkley. How old is
Ross
29.
Barkley. He's at Luton.
Didn't he used to play for Chelsea?
29. Urgh.
Didn't he used to
he
play
went
for
to
Chelsea?
He did.
Oh,
So-
He's never gone to
Wait, what
Chelsea.
are you talking about? Ross
That's
Barkley?
Ross Barkley.
Yeah,
he used to play
there's,
for-
there's
he used to
talk
play for
about bringing
Chelsea.
him to the club. Maybe
No,
it's part of the
well,
English quota because they want to get rid of some other English players, or maybe they just think they need something
But
stronger in
Vim,
midfield.
It's not even that he's English quarter. There's talks that he's on a free. At the moment,
Well,
he's
for a
not
free,
Why are we always looking for free? Damn.
no money.
Why
money.
Ross Barkley?
But
He ain't
yes,
gonna get
but
money.
yes,
Is he an upgrade?
but yes,
Is he an
you expect
upgrade on
United to
Ericsson?
go-
It's like
but
we're
you
a club
expect
when we
United
just
to
had.
go and win games.
This team would be a
Yes.
bad team. A lot better
Oh
team.
man,
It's like we just heard the word free and discount. Yeah, where's the location? We're going there.
Tim,
It's like, what the hell?
FFP.
That would be very
the
disappointing.
club
Okay.
keep doing the same thing every time, but you
Okay.
have to expect
I get
United to win games.
That would be very disappointing because to me that is a pre-Ineos decision type of decision. Not I would hope that the team is making better decisions.
But
'Cause-
who out there would you take in midfield at the moment? That you'd say, would you take Onana over Ross Barkley at Everton?
There are a lot of players I won't bring to United, man.
Yeah,
No,
like,
but
even
Onana from Everton.
Okay,
I don't think-
I think that's.
I don't like those two
Ineos.
choices.
I think that's
Neither
for
of them.
Ineos.
No. But
Yeah.
I'm saying that
I
that's
wouldn't
like
jump
40
on all
or 50
these
million.
rumors right now of all these players
It's
we're
not, it's not
into.
rumor.
I
Ten Hag
wouldn't
wanted
jump
it.
on them. Yeah, that's Ten
Ten Hag
Hag.
wanted Onana.
That's Ten Hag, but that's I'm not sure that's what Ineos wants. I'm not sure that's what's his name?
Bradford's ones.
Beresford.
There's going to be a lot of
and the
problems
CEO.
now because
I don't
Eric
think
Ten
that's the
Hag will
players they
now have
want,
to
so-
listen to his DOF. He will now have to listen to the director of football. He
Right,
can't
this
just
is
be
what I'm
making these
saying.
decisions.
I'm-
So there's
I'm-
going
I'm
to be.
gonna-
to choose the players.
I
Ten
don't
Hag's not going
think-
to choose the players.
I wouldn't believe all the rumors of who we're interested in right now. I will wait until the
No.
summertime when Dan Ashwood is possibly
It's too late though,
here.
then, Benz.
Okay.
It's too late then. You have to be looking at your targets now.
I understand. I agree with you, but we don't have the people in place to do that right now, though.
They've got the people. That's why they're planning already. You think they're not planning for the players already?
So
You think with
wait.
Ashworth, they've not talked about what players we should be getting, even
Okay,
though he's on
so-
gardening leave.
Okay,
But
we
for
are
some reason you're
notorious.
seeing similar type of players, similar type of situations being talked about, right?
Like what? Go on.
Okay, Ross Barkley. Would you think Ross Barkley would be a player that they'll be talking about right now?
If
With
we didn't have
Ineos-
FFP,
Well, to
with
give
the
if
him
we didn't have
structure.
FFP, no. If we
Right.
didn't have FFP, no. But because we've got FFP, we need to get a striker. We need a centre back because Varane's on the free at the moment.
So
At the
why
end of the
can't you
season.
go? Why can't you go with the younger players?
Like
Right.
who?
The younger player. I don't know. I don't know who's available. You tell me. Since you're in England, you know
What,
everything.
United or around the country?
Anywhere. Tell me tell me who's available. Who's younger than Ross Barkley that has a mentality.
What, to come a big
Oh,
to
is
come
Ross
to Man United
Barkley-
right
yeah.
now?
Yeah. Call some names.
There's not
in
many
midfield.
that we would have to pay an arm and a leg for. There's a lot that we'd have to pay a lot of money for.
Okay, but I would assume we would see a couple players in that midfield that'll be younger than 29 that could come in and do a job. They'll have the mentality.
But we need
It
experience at the
should be.
moment. We need
Okay,
experience. though.
that would have some experience. Oh, they don't have to have the experience that Ross Barkley has. In fact, what does he even have though? Has he won
what's he
anything?
bringing to the table?
Yeah, what does he have? Has he won
He
anything?
keeps the ball.
Let's wait to the end of the season and see if they materialize.
Let me go
let's see.
let me go to Louis. Louis,
Okay, just to
Yeah.
follow up on your point there,
Yeah.
our club is notorious
Yeah.
for not talking about signings.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So if we're talking about anyone now, it is 100% rumor. There's
I
no.
don't
Some
believe
of
it.
it will
but
be.
with this new structure, Louis,
new
things
structure.
might be different
Hold
now.
on, hold on.
The more reason why I don't even believe it though.
We got-
And I
keep going to the same
agree. Under the new structure, you would hope that this would change, but the new structure is not in place yet.
Exactly.
It is in place. It's not
It's
all
not
the
in
parts
place.
are not there.
Have we
Not all
signed
the
the
parts are there,
director
but it's in
approval?
place.
No.
It's not in place.
Has
Why
he
is it
put
not in
pen to
place?
paper?
But
Has he signed the
who's the
contract?
CEO?
No. It's
Who's
not
the
in.
CEO?
Is Dan Ashwood
All
been
the-
confirmed?
Hold on.
The only people that are not in place at the
My
moment
man, please.
is the director of
Hold on.
football and the technical director. All the other pieces are all there at the moment. And the rejigging the medical stuff and stuff like that. But in terms of the top, the structure's already being built already.
It's being
not fully-
built, my
fully
man.
built.
It is
Yeah.
being built.
Exactly,
It's not in
being
place.
built.
Yeah,
It's
but that's
not
what I
built
said.
yet.
But let
First
me-
of all, we have a CEO in place. That's already sorted.
We never
CEO
had
is
that,
already
a
in place.
proper one.
We have an
Exactly.
owner in place, a 25% football operative
Exactly.
owner in place.
But
Signed,
it.
sealed,
football
delivered.
operations has not been in place. Football operations is not in place yet.
Ineos, they
Football
just signed that. They
operations.
just signed that on Thursday.
They have.
Wait, who is in charge of football operations?
Ineos, 25%.
No,
they
forget
took
Ineos.
this
Ineos is the
Friday.
owner. Ineos is the owner. Forget the CEO. Who's in charge of football
Varane.
operations? What position, what title is in charge of football operations at the club?
It's the one we got from City. He'll be
Barrera.
overlooking that. Ferreira.
No.
So Dan Ashwood is not the person.
He's not here yet. So
That's why
he can't
I'm
do that
saying
job.
that it's not in place yet.
So what are you saying? No
Dan
one will
Ashwood
be
needs to
doing
be
that
in
until he
place.
comes.
Dan Ashwood is not in place yet. So I'm
No,
not
no,
believing
but
all
Ben,
this.
Ben, so what are you saying? No one's going to do that job until he comes. Someone
Look,
has to
No,
do that job.
can I-
people are doing it, but what I'm
can I
saying is
come
that
in?
the
Okay.
people that are doing it right now
hold
are
on.
not the
Let me
Ineos
go
people.
to Kenneth. Let me
Hold
go
on,
to
hold on,
Kenneth.
Tim. If
So
I could
Ben,
finish,
Ben,
Tim. If I
Ben,
could
what you
finish.
got to realize.
Let Louis finish. Let Louis
Hold on,
finish.
if I could
Louis-
finish. What we were saying is that yes, those people are not in place yet, and we are notorious for not making those signings. However, what I think Bems was saying, correct me if I'm wrong, we've tried the $100 million signings. We've tried that over and over again. It has not worked. We've tried the free signings over and over again. And other than Zlatan, it hasn't really worked. What I think Bems is saying is that you should go for the 10, 20, and $30 million signings, the young, inexperienced signings for a reason, because that is the history of this football club. That's what we are known for. We have the record of the most consecutive minutes of academy players playing. We have the history of the big and this kinds of things. And there's players out there that are extremely expensive, young players, the Jude Bellinghams of the world. I don't know how much Harvey Elliott is worth, but I'm sure he's worth a lot. That kid is on fire. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, those are the high end of the spectrum. You have to ignore those players, and you have to start with something a little bit smaller. Number one, because we're broke, yeah, and number two, because what we've been trying just hasn't
Financial
been,
fair play.
and financial
Louis,
fair play.
what
is
I'm
also-
talking about is not the price of the player; it's the profile. What can Ross? Is there a player in our team that can do what Ross Barker can do at this moment in time?
I don't know, man. He's been playing pretty good.
No, but is there a player that can do that? I'm not saying about playing well.
That
The profile
can,
that he plays. Is there a
that
player in
can,
our
or
team
that will, because that's also a problem.
Again?
I think
The
a
player
healthy
that can or player that will.
I think a healthy
that we have-
healthy Mason Mount is better than Ross Barkley.
Nah, he can't do the same job. They're not the same profile.
Okay,
He's
so
a-
what
Is
what is
Mason
Ross
Mount ever going to
Barkley?
be ready? I
Okay,
don't think
okay.
so. Let me
say,
go on, Vin, Joe.
who would Ross Barkley replace in this lineup?
You'd have to push Bruno White and put Barkley.
Huh?
Or play
Bruno
Barkley
White?
back-
Oh,
There you
God,
go.
no.
Or listen, or you
Kick
play
him out.
Barkley.
Kick him out.
with-
Kick him out.
Listen, or you play Barkley with Manu. Which
That's
means
Okay, so
that they're probably
Casemiro
gonna
on the
get rid of
bench.
Casemiro.
We're not playing Casemiro.
He's gonna
we're
go.
not
I
start-
reckon we're gonna get rid of him in summer. He's on too much money.
So you
Very
want
Very
you
possible.
want Ross Barkley and Kobe Manu playing the pivot, and then Bruno up top.
In front of them.
I don't know. I'm gonna
He's
need
a
to see.
great-
I'm gonna have to
He looks after
freshen
the
up
ball
on my
better
Ross
than a lot of
Barkley.
players in the Premier League. Ross Barkley. He rarely gives the ball away,
Okay.
and he can.
Yeah, but
he can
what does
progress.
he
Let
look like
me
going
let
forward?
me let me go to Kenneth. Kenneth.
Oh man.
Yeah, so
Ben, that was
chill,
cold.
chill.
Oh,
I know,
God,
Yeah,
yeah.
hey, man, you're supposed to mute
No,
yourself
no,
before you
ETH
do that. Go ahead, just mute
ETH sent
yourself, bro.
No,
you
I
sent
wasn't
you
laughing
some
at Ken.
brown
I was laughing at
envelopes,
what Kay
boy.
was saying. I wasn't laughing at Ken. I was laughing at what Kay was saying. I just can't believe Kay was saying that. But
That
No,
timing,
I'm
though.
just
go
gonna
ahead, Ken.
I'm just gonna say
It's too late.
I'm just gonna say just because Dan Ashworth and the other guy hasn't been confirmed doesn't mean that they're not doing stuff in the background. They are.
Exactly.
The way Ineos works. The way
Most
Ineos
of them do.
works, yeah, especially in England. I don't know. You guys are. I'm telling you what's going on in England. Yeah. So the way it works in England is with jobs like this. When you hire someone, the English way of doing things is you start to work, especially when it comes with Ineos and how they operate. They've already started putting plans in place. Vim will tell you that Brailsford guy. He's very detailed. He's more into details, like little details. So they won't wait till the summer and start. That's what we used to do in the past, but everything, even Dan Ashworth, sorry, that deal was already confirmed, but they can't announce it because of legal reasons.
Yeah,
So
Newcastle
just a matter
they're
of
not
time.
having
Yeah,
it
just a
easy.
matter of time. Everything's all there are things going on behind the scenes, guys. Yeah, that's
Right.
one thing Ineos will give you. The
Allegedly.
detailed planning,
It's hard to make that
preparation, the attention to detail. You get that with Ineos, 100%.
Okay.
What people are forgetting is Newcastle are under FFP. They can't afford to pay him for 2 years to be sitting doing no work. They can't afford to do that. So they have to come to some agreement sooner rather than later and then replace him.
Yeah, I
That's what
don't.
people-
I'm not arguing that with UK or Ken. I agree that we will get him. I agree that he will be in place. I totally agree that. I totally agree that. But what I fail to agree with you guys is that I don't agree that I'm not gonna jump on the bandwagon and say yes that we're in for Ross Barkley. It's a rumor. I don't agree
a
that
player
we're
like
in for him
that.
right now.
I'm
that's-
saying to you, I know he's on a free and he's not signed a new deal yet. That's why they're floating that idea. He's someone that they could secure sooner rather than later. There'll be other targets. I'm not saying he's the only one we'll go for, but like Jim said, we will decide on the style of play and all that sort of stuff. They would have looked at that already. They'll know whether they want Ten Hag or not next season. They would have made that decision already.
All right. Any more questions?
I
We're in
agree.
question time now. Any more
I
questions?
agree. I agree. But if I look at the whole bigger picture, right? I mean, would it? This is the what I think, right? When I hear that statement from Sir Jim about past managers not being successful and the environment being the
That
problem.
was a very deep statement.
That was deep. That was deep. And what that makes me feel, I'm not saying that Ten Hag is not going to be sacked by Ineos. I'm not saying, but what I'm saying when I listen to that, Well, that makes me feel. That makes me feel like
No
okay, they
structure
want
was in
to
place
see.
for the other managers
Yeah.
to succeed.
They want to put everything in place first and see what happens with this current manager. And if he still doesn't
Then
give
they'll
him
fire
what
him.
they're
Probably
looking
so,
for,
you know.
then
Then
they'll
they'll
fire him.
fire him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he
And
has
you
a
think they're gonna
structure
put-
now.
You think they're going to put everything in place and then be like, "Oh, can we do it with this manager?"
Okay.
No, do
That
you
is
think
the
That
that?
would
best
make
approach.
that would okay. That would make
that
sense
would
though.
make
That
sense.
would make
that would
sense.
be the best
That would
approach.
make sense.
The
That
point
would
of
be
a
the
D,
best
That would make
director of
sense
football.
again because this is the same manager that won you a trophy with this environment
So did
last season.
Mourinho. So did Van Gaal. That doesn't mean
I
it worked.
understand that. Wait. Let me finish though. But this manager he went to how many finals? He
For
went
what?
to was it 3 or 2?
Two
If I'm
finals.
mistaken.
2.
2 finals.
FA Cup and Europe Champion Carabao
think
Cup.
That's what Man United should be doing.
Yeah. I understand though. I'm not saying we shouldn't be doing that, but we haven't been doing it for years though. Yeah, we haven't doing it for years.
How many
And-
finals
and-
did we
and-
go with
and-
Mourinho?
3 finals.
Okay.
Exactly.
So he
So-
lost.
Finals.
He lost
So-
an FA Cup final to Chelsea.
I went to
Okay.
the
Lost
Chelsea. We lost
a-
to
What did we
Chelsea.
achieve under Mourinho his first season?
We won
Carabao
the
Cup,
Europa League
Carabao
and
Cup,
the
and
League Cup.
Europa Cup.
His
The
first
League Cup
season.
and the Europa Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Okay.
beat was it Southampton in the final? And then we
Yes,
beat
3-2. Ebra scored 2 goals. Yes.
Okay. Then Mourinho was sacked, right?
Yes. In his
Yeah.
he
third
fell
season.
out with the club.
Yeah, he fell out with the
He,
club,
he was never going to stay. If you speak to people in England,
yeah,
he
but-
was
but
at a
again-
hotel
okay,
for his
okay.
whole tenure. He was
Okay,
never
cool.
intended
Okay,
to
cool.
stay there.
But then you know that what happened under Mourinho is almost kind of happening right now because yes, he won trophies his first season, but the next season, what started happening?
But you know why though, Ben?
Wait, no, let me finish though. Let me finish.
You're going.
What happened though the next season? What started to happen?
The players
He
got
fell out with the owners.
Well,
and he
no,
got sacked.
I'm okay on the pitch. On the pitch, what was happening
got-
on the pitch?
We started losing. He lost some of the
Okay,
players.
thank you. No.
But
But when
you
we
know why
losing
though,
games
Ben?
on the pitch,
I'm
when we
asking you,
losing
do you
games
know
on the
why?
pitch, when we
No,
losing
but
games
you
on the
know
pitch,
why?
yes or no? No, forget.
you
I'm just
know
asking.
why?
I'm just asking
Okay,
questions. though.
hey, guys,
When we
guys,
losing
we're
games
not
on
going
the
to go
pitch.
back and forth with
I
this.
already said we
What we're
Okay,
gonna
but we're
do-
losing on the pitch now, right? It's the same
Order.
thing, the same cycle.
No, it's not the same. It's different. Do you know what was happening under Mourinho? The Pogba incident. He wanted to get rid of Martial for a fact, and the club said no. The Glazers said no to that. He wanted to get rid of Luke Shaw. The club said no.
Okay.
So he was being undermined by people
I'll
at
come
the
back
top.
at you on
Ten
that.
Hag's not getting undermined.
Okay, he
Ten-
wanted to
Ten
get
Hag's
rid
not
of
getting undermined.
Maguire. He wanted to get rid of
Maguire did
No,
wasn't
McTominay.
under
Maguire
Mourinho.
said he didn't want to leave.
Did-
The club didn't say no.
I
Maguire said he didn't
I
want to
don't
leave.
care whether he wants to leave or not, but he wanted to
but it's
get rid of
different.
him.
It's different.
But he
though.
wanted to get rid of him.
Maguire did not play under Mourinho. He played
No,
under
no,
Ole.
no, but
No,
okay, no,
the
but
point is-
on the Ten Hag
the
though,
point
he wanted
is
to get rid of the
Maguire
players,
didn't
but they
wanna
didn't. Okay, he wanted to get rid of those players, but the club did not do the job and get rid of them. Did they do
you
it?
can't-
Yes
you
or
can't
no?
force the player to leave. They have to say yes. You can't say you're not playing. You have to leave.
No,
They could
no,
just set the wages.
you can, but you can make a player leave.
We're still in question time.
Maguire was
We're still
asking-
doing debates.
You can't make a
Any
player
more
leave.
questions? Any
Maguire was
more
asking for his
questions?
wages to
Any
be
more
paid.
questions?
But the club
Yeah,
didn't.
well, the club didn't want
do
to pay
that.
him off. So he
club
said,
didn't
Any
do that.
more questions? Any more questions?
Do we still have Sheikh Jassim's number?
you know what
Any
he
more
said?
questions?
No one even knows what he looks like. People said they don't even know who he
That's
is.
Isn't it?
Who can we call?
Maybe
All
Sheikh
right.
Jassim will buy the rest of the shares.
All right.
Where's Sir Jim with all where's Sheikh with all this falsified thingy as well? Remember he was saying he's gonna sue them.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
he should.
He's a ghost
Any
man.
more
Yeah,
questions?
that's
Any
what
more
we
questions?
Yeah,
Any more questions? Joe, you have a question? The K and Ben's debate is gonna go on forever.
Oh, yeah.
I
got
know.
a question.
That's
Right, go on, Vim.
that's
I think-
Benz, that's Israel and Palestine right there, boy.
Yeah, man.
That's just there's no.
And then we've got
no,
America
man,
mediating.
no,
America
no,
mediating.
And
Yeah, that's the Middle East right there, boy.
Well, who's supplying the weapons? Oh, wow.
America.
Who's
I'm not
America?
supplying no.
Tim's the one just giving weapons to both sides.
Yeah.
Right, go on, Vim.
So we talked about this previously, but it still keeps popping its head.
Right.
Mason Greenwood. SJR is considering options of whether to bring him back. Mason Greenwood has put some information out there saying he wants to come back, and he's not going to. He doesn't want to go to Barcelona. He wants to come back. Should we take him back?
Louis,
Can we handle it?
I'll go first.
Louis.
I'll go
Can-
first. Yeah, I'll
who
go
wants to
first.
go first? All
I'll
right,
go
on.
first. So, Ineos have started well. They've started really well. They've put in good, taking the right steps and making the right decisions. It seems at the moment.
We can't hear you, Ken.
Yeah, we lost you, Ken.
Can we lost you?
Is your internet good?
His
Can't hear you.
volume.
Or is it that
No, I
UK
think it's his
internet?
mic. It's his mic.
All right,
Your
let
mic
someone
must
else
be-
answer it while they're waiting then.
We can't hear you, Ken. I was taking the jab at
I
you
still
saying
can't hear you.
just
Still
now.
can't hear
Okay.
you.
Really.
Louis, answer that question, please.
Of course you bring him back. Of course you do. He has proven that he can perform under the abuse. Is even from other players like Jude Bellingham.
So did Jubilant really say that to him?
Yes, he did.
That
no,
was
I don't
rude.
think he
We don't know. We don't
He
know.
said
I don't
it.
think he did.
He
He
said
said
he
it.
did. I don't know.
Apparently they
There's
said
no way
it
he did.
did.
He said
It
it.
They
doesn't
said
really
it did.
matter.
With his
It
lips,
doesn't
he said
really
it. He said
matter.
it.
But ultimately, look, this is a player that can perform, and at the end of the day, it's about football. I'm sorry for the incident that happened, but what it comes down to is what I always said. I don't know what happened. You don't know what happened. We don't know what happened.
We do know what happened. There's a video.
no,
We actually
do.
do.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
do,
yeah.
Louis. We do,
Yeah.
Louis. We know what
Yeah,
happened.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
video.
We
There's-
know
there's-
what
there's
we
proof.
know what we
Look,
know
here's
what
where
we
we
know.
are.
We know what we heard.
Proof.
Audio.
Here's where we
I
are.
didn't get
He
to
did.
Here's where we are.
One thing,
He
guys.
did.
Here's
If
where
he
we
got
are.
accused of that,
Here's where
if he
we
got
are.
accused of that falsely,
Here's where we are.
would he
Here's
stay
where
with
we
her?
are.
Would he stay
Here's
with
where we
her?
are.
If he got falsely accused of that, would he stay with the girl?
Here's where we are.
Hey, Kate, that's the power of that wet, bro. The power of that
Okay,
wet.
so
Telling you.
Louis, what's your answer to the Vince question?
He said
Yes, we bring him back because
Okay,
we need
bring him
to
back.
fill the position. We need to
Okay.
fill the
Let me. I didn't get to finish, guys. Sorry. I was just saying, Ineos have started well. If they ever try to bring Mason back,
chaos.
that would be the downfall of Ineos. I'm
And
telling you right
Oh,
now.
wow.
I agree with Ken. I agree with Ken on this
There'll be
one.
outrage in this
25th of
country.
February, right?
I agree with
25th of
Ken.
February. Ineos have started well. If they ever bring
It's
Greenwood back,
madness.
they're going down.
It's a bad
They'll be
decision,
fine.
man.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
let
Ineos.
me go
That's
to
a bad
Joe.
decision.
Let me go to Joe. Let me
Yeah.
go to Joe. Joe, go on.
So
Do you think he's
yeah.
coming back? Do you want him back? Quick question, quick answer.
What I want is a player like Mason Greenwood.
Doesn't exist.
But no, there's players out there. There's players out there. It's just that you're talking about him being able to play under pressure, bro. He's off in summer camp.
Yeah, he's
When he
not
comes
facing the
back
same
to-
pressure here.
when he
Yeah,
comes
England
back
is
to
different from
England,
Spain.
Yeah.
And Spain has a much different like mentality when it comes to those things in the first place.
Yeah.
They running wild over there in Italy and in Spain in reference to those kind of things. They look at women
Is
just in a
death
different
threats
way.
not pressure?
They just sentenced Danny
it's-
Alves
it's-
to 4 years.
Listen. I can see maybe him coming back, but we got to have our house in order. If we don't, it's just going to be another thing that the media. It's going to be too much of a distraction, and
too
I
much. You
think
can't bring
it's
him
too
back.
much. I would like him back. I would like him back, but it's just too much for TI. You got to look for what's best for the club.
The club. All right, Kay, quickly.
As a player, I'd love to bring him back, but you can't. It's a bad stain on the club. We don't want all this negative chat. At the moment, everything about United in the background is positive, apart from on the pitch. If you bring Greenwood back,
The background goes
he's
to
going
skills
to
and
get
shit.
abused every week.
Yep.
People are going to be like, I'm not being a pundit until if he plays in the team. I'm
That's
not
not
going
going to happen.
But it's already
No,
happened.
no, it's ready.
What's
It's
going
ready.
on in
It's gonna be
England,
people-
Louis? I
In
don't
England,
know.
trust
Louis,
me,
you don't-
You've seen it
people,
from
there'll be
America. In
protests.
England, we live in England, and we're telling you how
There'll be
things work.
You
protests.
can't bring him
Trust
back.
me.
You can't bring him back.
Louis,
You can't bring him
people
back.
back home are they are on another level.
Especially with all the equal
The
rights and
women's
that
team,
now. They'll
The
do a
United
madness.
female team already. They clearly said
Yep.
their point.
They said they were- some of them won't play,
You
yeah.
don't bring. You can't bring him back, man. That's a bad decision.
If
Wow.
Apple can bury lithium cobalt mines in the Congo, we can.
Come
Got
on, Louis.
Yo, listen.
Where am I? Where am I?
Listen, Ineos. Listen, finding out Ineos is
Tell me I'm wrong.
Listen. Finding out Ineos is profiting off blood diamonds. It's
Yeah.
easier. It's an easier
To
PR
cover.
job than bringing Mason Greenwood back to England.
Right.
That's
Any
it.
last
I'm telling you.
questions? Any last questions? Because we are in injury time. actually stoppage time. Any last questions? Then you're all just gonna give me your word for the week of Man United. Say
Hey,
great week,
I-
bad
I-
week, or whatever.
I have one question for
All right, go on.
Kay
For-
and Ken.
Oh
Right?
God. K and Ken.
If-
All right, that's not K and Ben. So I'll take that question. Let's go.
If Ineos, well,
Yeah.
if Ineos decides to back Eric Ten Hag, will you finally come around? Because you're saying that Ineos is
Very
doing the
good
right thing.
question.
Do you support Ineos to trust that decision? Do you support
Good
Ineos
question.
enough
That's
to
a good
trust
question.
that decision to keep?
Then would that
Good
be
question.
would that be Ten Hag out if they said we're backing him? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, will you still be Ten Hag out
I-
if
I'm backing.
Ineos backs?
They clearly see something that we don't see.
Okay, all right.
But I doubt that's gonna happen.
All right.
We
Chaos
shall see.
agreed. Well,
Ken?
Ken.
We
Okay.
shall see.
Look, let's not bring
No,
sentiment
no,
into it. Let's-
No, come on,
let's-
Ken.
shall see.
No.
Okay, let me answer.
We shall see.
No.
Let's not bring
Ken
sentiment into it.
Ken
If
surprises
he
me.
if he makes top, if he wins the FA Cup,
Oh
and
God
Ineos
Almighty.
backs,
Come on, man.
guys,
Hey,
let's not
it's
Turn
not
off Ken's
man.
mic. Turn off Ken's mic. He's not making sense right now.
Yes, Ken, throw your mic away.
Yeah,
Throw
who's
your mic away.
If we win the
now,
FA
Back to
Ken?
Cup,
Amazon.
he has to win the FA Cup or make top 4.
What?
That's the only
He ain't making top 4.
Say-
Forget that.
Okay,
He
so
ain't
he's
making
got
top
to
4.
go. He's got to go.
That's
I don't care.
a
Even if
poison pill.
Ineos backs him,
All right.
it's only a
So,
matter
Joe,
of time.
Ken
He'll fall on his
has
sword.
answered your question. Ken has answered your question. Now, you're going to just give me one word as we shut out for the day. Louis, your final word for Man United this week. We got Forest, and you just go. Go on.
This coming week, not the past
Yeah.
week.
This coming week.
Mediocre at best.
Okay. Joe.
Just-
Speechless.
It's hard.
I just don't know. No idea. I just
Okay,
like,
no idea. All right,
no
I'll move on.
fucking clue.
Okay,
No clue.
this week, your one word for United this week and United fans.
Hurricane.
Hurricane. Okay. Ken, the last word for the week for Man United fans. They want to hear from. What are you going to say about this week coming?
Season is over in February. Let that sink in.
Okay. Vim, this week, what do you have to tell the United fans?
Change the fertilizer in the pitch because whatever shit they're using on that pitch, man, it's making them play really shit because it's sticking to their feet. So
Well, in the ground, it's in the ground the
fertilizer.
whole time.
Yeah, it's in the ground.
Fire the ground.
Fans, this week, last
Sack
word
the
to the fans.
groundsman.
Ten again.
Yes, Ten again.
Huh? Ten Hag in. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Right, gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the fastest and the best fan channel in Man United States. Joining me, thank you, a big shout out to the UK crew, Bim. Thank you very much, Ken and Kay. Yes, Kay and Ben went out each other like Palestine and Israel. It's never going to end. It's going to be that. I agree. But I love it. I love it. I want a big shout out to my US crew, Joe and Bams. And
won't be
Louis,
sold till
thank you
next
very
season.
much. It's a pleasure. Have a nice week. And like you guys said, it might be a hurricane. It might be mediocre. It might be victorious. I'll see you guys on the
It's
next
gonna be a
one.
surprise.
I think
One of those
this
games.
me and K's back and forth will end next season because next season we will know what's happening.
There you go.
If Ten Hag is here or not.
From all of us, it's been an absolute pleasure. Goodbye and good night. Glory, glory.
Man United.
United.
Nice one, guys. Take care. Bye.